Switching gears a bit though, Beeple sold an NFT for $69 million. And this was through a first of its kind auction at Christie's. And Christie's is a 255-year-old auction house. It sold some of the most famous paintings in history, from the only known portrait of Shakespeare created during his lifetime to the last discovered art piece from Leonardo da Vinci. This is a big deal. And they're selling NFTs now. They sold an NFT, this is the first time they did it, for $69 million. And essentially, what it is there's a few reasons why this sold for so much. So first, let's go over what it is. And what this piece of art was, is it was called, I believe it was called, where is this? The piece that was sold was called Every Days, the First 5,000 Days, and it's a collage that Winkelmann's work started at the beginning of the project when he was just posting crude sketches, and this has been a project that he's been working on for 14 years. This project is in its 14th year. Every single day, he published and created a new piece of digital artwork for 14 years. And the reason why it went for so much money, $69 million, is a few different reasons. So the first is that he has a large fan base, 2.5 million followers across social media channels. And the second is because this was his most famous piece. He had been working on it every single day for 14 years, posting a different, digital piece of artwork. And you can see right here, it's just a whole bunch of small little pictures all in one file. And an NFT, you got to remember, no one's going to be able to hang this up on their wall. It's simply the owner got transferred a file and it's on the blockchain now. So they're talking about how the owner could potentially display it in a house, either using a TV or a projector or putting on the side of a building projected. But right now, it's just the person spent that much money, they get a little file. But the way this is going, people see NFTs as being very, very valuable in the future. It's just like owning, people think, like a sports card or a piece of artwork that is, in real life. They think this is the way of the future. What do I think of it? I think it has some potential. I don't know. There's going to be, I think, a few pieces that are going to be very valuable years from now. And I think a lot of the money that people are spending is going to go to be a waste. But I think this, for example, is going to be one of the most famous pieces of all time because it was the most expensive one sold. It was the first one ever sold at Christie's, which is really big. And I think years from now, this piece could be worth a lot more money just because of the history behind it. So the person who did this, he was about just as shocked as anyone else. This is what his Twitter said, and that just about sums it up. He couldn't believe it at all. And maybe this is the way of the future. Maybe we're going to see more go for tens of millions of dollars. But I think this was a special piece because of where it was sold, how many years it had been in the works for, and because of who had created it. But his tweet just about sums it up after he sold it. $69 million, his life has changed forever. I mean, he wasn't poor beforehand, but now that's a lot of money. A lot of money.